It's like, who has a really sultry, low voice? Barry White, he doesn't talk loud.
Tom Jones.
He don't shout. Exactly, they don't shout. They're just...
It's not unusual
they're just
to be loved by anyone.
They're just like, hey. They're just like, hey.
You're not unusual. Da, 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 da.
You're going to use this for the cut, aren't you? You always do this.
Yeah, maybe.
Every episode I watch it, I'm like, what?
Hello, and welcome again to Respect the Mic podcast.
This is the podcast where we talk about Asian things that matter to Asian people. As always, I'm your host, Michael Lam.
And I'm your boy, Michael Trong.
That's it. Intros.
Pew, pew, pew.
Bang, bang, bang. So we're back for another episode.
How are you, Lam?
I'm good, man. It's been a while since we recorded, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
It's been a long
month.
time. Yeah.
So this is all up-to-date material.
It kind of feels weird sitting back on the seat, Like, I kind of got not used to it.
Why? What did you expect? Like, we'd be in a studio now.
No, not even like that. Like, we've been doing this every week. It was just calm, coming in, sitting down, and then now there's been a bit of a break. I'm like, oh, it's all weird.
Why does it feel weird though? Isn't it like getting on a bicycle? You're like, you just know how to do it.
Yeah, but if you haven't done it in ages, you're kind of like, is it gonna be like it always was? Is it gonna be normal?
Are you still gonna are you gonna wobble on the bike? Are you gonna be able to like start pedaling and not fall off?
Nah, man, I'm smooth as fuck. I'll get straight on.
That's the spirit.
A few seconds, but then like boom, straight on, doing wheelies, no hands.
Well, so
how have you been, man?
I don't know. As you can see, I kind of let myself go with the hair situation.
Yeah, you have. Are you like out of a job? Like you don't need to scrub up anymore. You've been growing that moustache a bit.
Well, yeah. I don't need to play a certain character anymore, so I need to play an older character.
You don't need to be clean shaven. Oh, so you're doing this for a part?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And how thick does the tash have to be for that part?
I don't know, man. This is. I'm just letting it grow and see
to
how far I can get, and and the end goal is to see
how far older do you have to get. How far older do you have to look?
I'd hope to hit about 35. What do I look like currently?
19.
I still look 19. Oh, for fuck's sake!
You've got a tash like one of those, them teenagers that just realize they can grow a tash, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna experiment with this," and then everyone else is looking at you like, "Well, that is wispy as fuck, mate."
Oh yeah, mate.
You weren't expecting it to hit deep like that.
It hit really deep, mate. Oh.
No, I'm joking. It's not too bad.
No, the beard is non-existent. It's definitely like a couple of hairs. That's all it is.
Have you been growing both as long as?
Yeah, equal time. So the long hairs are.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know why the tash can really grow. I must ask you a question, Lam.
It's so weird. You timed it for November as well.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a happy coincidence. I've got an excuse. No, it's Movember, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Movember.
Yeah.
It's November.
They can't ridicule you if you're doing it for November.
I'm doing it for a good cause.
Exactly.
I
love how you got so English doing that. Like Asians can't do that. Like you have to pretend to be white because the fact that the idea of an Asian doing it for November is just out of this world.
Well, subconsciously,
you're like
projecting my insecurities.
Yeah,
about not being able to grow.
You just realised this ain't an Asian thing. I got to put on a white accent.
Yeah, I've got to be Dave so I could grow a mustache. Yeah, man, I really let myself go. But hopefully I can work myself into a 35-year-old. I have faith, man. But
you have faith in your genetics.
Yeah, I haven't really been doing well, actually I've been like a lot of projects. I come back, done 2 adverts, corner shop movies out. Yeah. Bro, I've been living it up. But back to the grind, man.
Yeah, trust me.
So how are you though?
It's a struggle.
Where have you been for the past month?
It's a struggle. Not past month, but I've been in the States. If you didn't know, I went across the pond.
If you are creeping Lamb on the gram,
Exactly. You would have seen all of that.
So where did you go in? You went America.
So I went California, which is like West Coast.
Yeah. And how long did you spend there?
I was there for like 2.5 weeks.
So majority of it you spent in California.
Well, the whole time I was in California.
Oh, the whole time you was in California.
Whole time, yeah.
Okay.
But then we went to different spots. So I went to LA, and then I was in Yosemite for a while.
Okay.
Which was absolutely amazing. I recommend anyone to go there.
California's the state.
California's the state.
Okay.
Los Angeles is a city.
Yeah.
Yosemite Park is a massive national park.
Near LA?
In California. It's like it was like a 5-hour drive.
Oh, okay. So it's not near LA, but
it is near.
Yeah.
5 hours is close.
Oh, for
in
them?
America. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Them, like a 3-hour drive is like nothing to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But this is what I noticed. A 5-hour drive in America is so much better than a 5-hour drive in the UK.
Why?
Because in America, if you're driving that far a distance,
yeah,
there's a lot of scenery for you to look at. Like you're going across different places. There's like deserts, there's mountains.
What? We haven't got scenery to see here.
Fam, we got the motorway.
We've got fields.
No, we have
and
fields.
There's like sheep in those fields.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah,
and horses.
Trust me. When I drive in the UK motorways,
yeah,
I'd be like, oh man, this place looks so nice. There's some valleys.
Yeah.
This and that.
Yeah,
I went to America. I was like, that is so shit compared to what I'm seeing now. I was like, why did I think that was like? I can't believe how poor the UK is, because there's like mountains and deserts, and it's just incredible. It's so incredible.
Yeah, but it
makes the drive easier.
You expect that though. We're a tiny island, and then America is like a massive.
Of course, yeah, of course.
It's continent.
Of course, but that's why it's easier. That's why a 5-hour drive to them is nothing.
Yeah, I guess so. And what? Are they banging it though? Are they doing like 100 miles per hour?
No, it's like I did 80 miles an hour, and that's going over the speed limit.
Oh fuck!
It's like 65 miles an hour.
What?
It's their limit.
That is so long.
But that's like us. Our limit is 70 miles an hour.
Yes, we should always drive at the speed limit. Wink.
And you should always be sober.
Wink.
Cheers. I'm not driving, by the way.
All right, so you spent your whole time in
Cali,
in California. Wait, how's the song go? California girl, Californication. No,
I was thinking of the OC song, but you're thinking of the Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
Yeah, there's a couple. Anyway, so what did you do there, bruv? You was on holiday.
Yeah.
It was just a cash holiday.
My cousin who lives there, like I've got my great aunt and her whole family lives there, and we're quite close. So he was getting married there, so a bunch of us went there. And my mum went there, a few of my aunties went there, a load of my cousins went there. So we all had like a massive like family holiday.
Talk to the mic, bro.
Oh, am I not?
No, man.
See, I'm not used to it. It's been a few weeks and I'm a noob again.
Look at your eyes, but your mouth is in the mic.
Oh yeah, now I'm getting it.
Yeah, yeah. They want to hear you.
Yeah,
crisp.
But yeah, so we had like a massive family wedding, and it was amazing. It was amazing to be able to see my family again in LA, but then I had family from Canada as well, in Vancouver, who came down for the wedding as well. So we got together with them, and it was just amazing to see everyone.
So are they like us, like our parents, but they moved, instead of coming to the UK, they went to America?
Yeah.
So like when everybody jumped on their boats, some people went to the UK, some people went Australia, some people went America, and they went America. They went to America,
and then a few of us went to Vancouver, to Canada.
Shit.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
That's yeah. And do you find similarities? Do you have like any cousins or then that are like the same age as you, or roughly the same age as you?
Roughly, yeah, loads. So all of them are around my age group. Probably I'm one of the youngest ones, so they're all in like their mid-30s, like early 20s. So we all around the same age group, have the same interests, all still love to drink, still old enough to go party.
Okay, so you're connecting.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It's nice, but so I see them probably like every time they get like there's a wedding or something. So I'll probably see them every like 5 or 6 years. So it's not often I see them, and it's not often we talk, but as soon as we're there, man, it's just like all of that awkwardness, all of that, all of that, oh, I haven't seen you in so long, just goes out the window in seconds, because it's just family,
Yeah, but you were in a wedding situation.
Yeah. But even before, like we'd go to their houses before the wedding.
Okay.
We'd have like a little shubs. You know, they got
maybe
the Don Julio out. They got the Don Julio out. They got the red wine out. Like, it was mad. It was
you're
cool.
older now, innit? And then I guess it's nice to see family from the UK.
Yeah, it's just nice. But that's what I love about these weddings, like overseas weddings, like, because it's not okay. Yeah, you want to have your day, and it's like your day, like, to get married. It's about two people celebrating their love and getting married. But at the same time, it just gives an opportunity for family to get together, you know?
Oh, 100%.
Because that's the only time you're really going to make the effort to go all the way down, like a bunch of you, you know?
Yeah, like everybody meet at the same spot.
Exactly.
From all across the country.
Exactly.
Well, in this case, all across the world.
Across the world.
Jeez.
Do you know what I mean? So it's mad.
Was it expensive, though, to fly?
If you book it early, then it's fine. Like, it costs like £400.
Calm.
Which is fine.
That's actually calm.
But it's just so nice. It was just so nice to have an opportunity for everyone to get together. Like, my mum loved it as well. Like, she got to see all of her cousins and aunties that she hadn't seen in years as well. It was just nice, man. It was just nice to celebrate that.
It's like that for me when we're even in the UK, like, because we got family all over the UK and they come together for weddings.
Yeah.
And you see people that you haven't really like seen in time, but I guess you knock down a whole bunch of walls because you know that they're family.
Yeah. There's no need for that awkwardness.
Yeah.
Because it's just blood. You're blood, right?
You're just like, you know what, you're family. So a lot of the things that we, might fear from strangers, it's gone.
It don't exist because you're family. You're family.
Yeah.
Even so, my cousin's wife, who was getting married, like, I had never met her at all, but because it was like I knew she was getting married into the family, and then she was close with my other family already. She just felt like family, even though we were two complete strangers. We were still linked in a way, you know. Yeah. And it was the same when my whole family met my fiance as well. Like, they knew she was going to be part of the family, so already it just felt like.
Did that happen at the wedding as well, or was that like prior?
That was prior. Yeah, prior.
Okay.
Man, it was crazy. So we had like a 12-hour flight. We get in. First time driving in LA as well, which was madness. LA traffic, fucking hell, they are savage as fuck.
And you drove there?
Yeah, I drove.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. So the first time I drove, it was a bit mad, but you get used to it. So we were just mad tired. Get to the Airbnb. My auntie's like, "Yo, you gotta come to our house. We're having a massive shubs." This guy, we got steak, we got tequila, we got everything. So we go down there and we just had like a massive shubs until like 4:00 in the morning.
Jeez.
We all got absolutely smashed together. Oh, it was sick.
That's beautiful, isn't it? That's amazing. I must have some family in America that I don't know about.
Yeah, you must.
Because come on, my dad's the youngest of 13. Some of those family must have went off to America, because there's some in China as well.
Yeah, come on.
I need to locate them.
There must be.
Locate them and be like, hey, yo,
like a little shubs.
Man's a superstar in the UK, you know.
No, you don't want to say that, because they'll be like, you're gonna pay for my ticket.
Oh shit!
You pay for my Airbnb.
Oh, yeah, I got nothing, man. I ain't got shit. None in the show. So, and then that's weird though. I'm just trying to think about their accents as well, like, because you're essentially the same people, but your accents are completely different.
You get over it really quickly though.
Yeah. Did you find yourself speaking in like an American accent?
No, not at all. If anything, I wanted to teach them slang. I was like, so I was just like, so my auntie's got like a boyfriend type thing, but he wasn't close enough to be part of like the family. You know?
Oh yeah, so he's a ting, innit? He's just a ting.
That's exactly what I said. So my cousin from the UK, she got in later than us. She got in like 2 hours later than us. And then she asked me, like, who's that guy? And I was like, oh, that's just Shirley's ting. And then my American auntie heard it and she was like, what? Ting? And then I had to explain it. And then I was teaching her like, wagwan, da-da-da-da-da. And then she taught. Yeah, it was just funny.
Did they teach you any slang?
No, they didn't.
Bro, you're the research guy, man. You're R&D, bro. We sent you out to America to hopefully learn some things.
But I think they weren't as hood, you know. No, they're just not hood.
Are they like proper like what's the word? Cunlick.
Cunlick, yeah. They've all got their own businesses.
What does cunlick mean? What's the translation for cunlick?
Just like clever, right?
Clever? Is clever? Like what I'm trying to describe them as, they're the monolith, innit? The model minority.
Yeah.
Like they're an example of the model minority.
Kind of, yeah. Okay. They are balling.
Oh shit.
They are balling. I'll show you a picture of a few of the houses.
You're living it large out there.
But yeah, it was cool. So we went to. So obviously, we went to our wedding. But there was actually 2 weddings. So there was their wedding, which was like an American wedding. So that was just they did it in a hotel, like traditional white dress, groomsmen, bridesmaids. They did their vows and everything, and then they had like a ballroom, and then they had like a traditional dinner, and then like a dance floor. So it was a really Western wedding. And then they had, a week later, they had the traditional Chinese banquet wedding.
Oh shit, so the same people had 2 weddings.
Yeah, they had 2.
Jeez.
Crazy.
All I'm hearing is cha-ching.
Money.
That's fucking expensive to have the entire ballroom. And what, everybody who went to that same wedding was also at the Chinese wedding?
Oh, no. So the American wedding was more intimate. It was only close family and friends. And then for the Chinese banquet, it was just fucking everyone. That was just bare people. There was just like
bigger
so
than
many tables,
bigger than we do it here. Like bigger than say than say Peninsula.
It was bigger than Peninsula. I reckon there was about 50 tables.
Jesus,
it's just 500 people, so it was loads of people.
Jesus,
yeah. But don't you find that quite common nowadays? That people will do like the wedding that they want to do, and they'll do their dream wedding, and then they'll just have like a Chinese banquet as well.
Yeah. I think that's the case now because everybody wants to have that's exactly right, their dream wedding, but that they also have to cater to their parents and all the family.
Yeah.
Like, and for Orientals, East Asians, like what the parents want and what the oldies want is that Asian style wedding.
Yeah.
To be fair, that sounds pretty alright. I would probably do the same thing. I would want to have an Asian wedding just because I actually enjoy the Asian wedding though. Like,
yeah, they're cool, innit?
I enjoy all the culture of the games and going around to the tables. And, I love the games. Cheersing everybody.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe, and it's like we're the opposite of like the model minority myth.
Yeah.
We're just like total
so loud,
fucked up retards,
drinking. We just get absolutely plastered. But the games, I love that about Asian weddings because I think that's something that makes our weddings unique. You know, like makes it special. I just think it's so cool.
And so the whole white wedding, Western wedding style. Why do people like doing that?
I don't know. To me, I think right now it's just on trend.
You reckon?
Yeah. Because I think a generation ago, 2 generations ago, all they went to was Asian weddings, and they were like, "Why do I have to do the same thing that everyone else has done from like 10 years ago?" And they just want to spice it up a bit and do something different. And they're like, "How can I do it different?" And then because they've been living here, they've assimilated into this culture. They've seen how like other cultures do it, and be like, "Oh, maybe that actually looks really cool." Like I'd love to wear a white dress because they've grown up like fantasizing over that. The white dress. The
white dress is definitely a fantasy. That
the vows, something the ring,
associated with a wedding idea.
Exactly. So we've bought into that idea. Yeah. We've bought into that very Western idea, which is absolutely fine. Like I've grown up with it as well, and that's how I imagine a wedding as well. Like, but yeah, it's like they just want to do something a bit different.
Maybe we can be different, and we'll just have like a Nigerian style wedding.
It's weird though. It's like you do like a white wedding, and it's fine to do. But if you also do like a Nigerian wedding, then that's obviously like appropriating black culture. That's just, it would be like you're just appropriating.
Yeah, that's
that culture.
That's a weird concept, isn't it? Because obviously, the whole Western wedding is definitely a white wedding. Let's just say it's white wedding.
White European.
It's white,
But that's the norm. That's the normal. So it's okay.
I guess it's okay for other cultures. Around religion, though, isn't it? So
it's okay for other cultures. Well, I don't know. They didn't do it in a church. They did it in
No, but like that whole idea of it being acceptable. Well, white people don't care, innit? They want everybody to buy into to religion and Christianity. Like this whole Western thing stemmed from
originally. That's where the white dress came from, because it's pure.
Yeah. So I mean, for them, they're just like, yeah, cool. We're getting more. You know, we're colonizing more mans.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just
the norm.
That's just my thought process.
That's just the norm, though, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
But I feel like nowadays people only do the Asian. If they do their dream wedding, like the Western wedding, and then they do the banquet, I feel like they only do the banquet to, as an obligation for their parents, because that's what their parents are used to, and they just want to make them happy. Do you know what I mean?
Bruv, I'm gonna switch it up. My wedding is gonna be a break dance battle. Like,
just go total left field. not Western traditional, not Chinese traditional. Just, yo, we're gonna break dance.
Bruv, if you want the food, you gotta break dance. You gotta do like a baby freeze. If you want entry, or like you want free alcohol.
Oh, like, there's levels, yeah. There's levels, yeah.
You gotta do like a whirlwind.
You do the 2-step, you only get a little appetizer. But you do the spinning on your head.
Yeah.
Yo, you're getting the grand, grand entree.
You can get up on the stage and present the ring.
You can officiate us. You can be the priest.
We'll get you like, yeah, we're ordained as a priest, like right there on the internet.
That sounds kind of lit, you know,
bruv.
You just gotta change it up.
I'm saying, man, let's just switch it up. Let's not like
switch it up, man.
Because definitely this whole wedding idea is a consumerism thing, right? The whole spending money, making it a big day. It's around that idea of spending a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Weddings are crazy expensive, man. Way too expensive. That's one of the reasons why I just don't want a massive Western wedding.
I'll understand if you don't want me to come.
You sure?
Yeah, man.
You sure?
I'll understand.
Well,
it's peas, isn't it? Just Skype me in, innit? You know, do that like
FaceTime.
Yeah. Put a Facebook Live link.
Yeah.
And I'll just watch it from there, and I'll comment. Oh, so sweet. Oh, amazing. Oh, yeah. And yeah, you know what I mean. And it don't cost anybody anything.
It's expensive though.
It is, man.
But a banquet actually isn't that expensive.
Is it not?
It's always the cheaper option.
The tables, no.
Well, no,
and paying for every head.
People pay for the tables.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, you give the money, right?
Oh yeah, because when you enter in,
you give the red envelope.
You give a red envelope, and it has a mysterious amount of money in.
Yeah. Well, there's an unwritten rule about how much you should give.
What's the unwritten rule?
Well, it depends.
See,
it goes.
So the rule is like, woo-hoo.
So to me, £50.
Yeah,
you're a fucking cheap ass.
Yeah,
right. But 20 years ago, £50 was the norm. So it goes with the rate of inflation. So I think a lot of oldies who are a bit tight, which I think I'll be in 30 years. I'm like, in my day, so £80 I feel is the
norm now.
Is fine.
Yeah.
If they're a close friend, 100 is cool. If you're really generous, with Vietnamese families, they'll pay like £300-400 per seat.
Yeah.
Per seat.
Some people do that.
Yeah. So they'll give their seat plus way more as a wedding present.
Jesus.
But I'm gonna be a cheap ass. I'm gonna be like, look, I paid £80 20-30 years ago, all right, and I'm paying £80 now. Even though by that time the norm will probably be like £120-130.
That's mad. Yeah, I swear. In certain places, if you get the invitation and you don't come, you still have to pay anyway.
Yeah, because that's your seat. You got to pay for the seat, which is a bit liberties, but
that's very deep. It's so deep. And these days, money is harder to come by.
Yeah, trust me.
And things are getting more expensive.
Could you imagine? I can't come to your wedding. I'm sorry. I'm like, why? I got into a car crash. I'm disabled. My back's broken. Like, all right, cool.
Make sure you send the money.
I'm just gonna ping you my bank details. Don't worry about the red envelope. It's cool. Don't worry about the red envelope. You're cool with that. Just ping me the money.
That's fucking deep. That's so deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is deep.
But hey man, our culture is that's our culture, and I guess we're proud of that.
You know, in China, apparently sometimes they'll have like an MC and they'll read out how much you've given. So normally you sign your name and then on the envelope and then you slip the money in.
No fucking
And then
way.
there'll be like an MC that opens the envelope, reads the name, and then takes out the money and be like, "Oh, Mrs. Wong and Mr. Ali paid £30. Congratulations, well done. Okay."
That's so mad.
Deep. Yeah,
you're
I couldn't do
literally
that.
putting everybody on blast.
I could not do that. That's just way too deep.
Like certain people just have financial situations in it, and sometimes they just want to turn up and celebrate your day.
That's
it. Maybe they don't want to eat.
Maybe they don't want to eat.
I know when we go though, we'll eat from other people's tables.
Oh yeah. But you know, I kind of love it when people don't turn up, and it's my table. Because they always portion it for 10 people, right? So, like, like the crab claws. And there's only ever 10, so you can only get one each.
You only get one each.
But if there's less people at your table, boy, there's a few spare,
Do they still have crab claws in America?
I think they had different options. I didn't actually get crab claws.
No,
I didn't. We had like prawns, but they were banging.
I love going to have crab claws at weddings.
Yeah, that dish and the first dish, the suckling pig with the jelly.
They have that. Standard.
Yeah, they had that. Oh, it was banging.
Was it better than here?
It was fucking so good. Yeah, it was like. Do you know how in the UK it's like skin and then just like a tiny bit of meat?
Yeah.
This one was skin and the meat was like this thick.
Fuck.
It was banging. I looked at it. I was like, but apparently we own. So that was, the day before the wedding, you always have a meal.
Yeah.
Like for Richard's wedding, we had like that meal with.
Yeah.
So we went to a restaurant to do that, and then they only went there because the suckling pig was apparently the bomb, and it was so good. Fuck. It was so good.
Sorry for you Muslims out there.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry for you Muslims out there.
Yeah, and all you vegetarians and vegans.
Oh yeah, true that. Okay, so you're in America. Your mum was there.
My mum was there, yeah. So she didn't stay with me. I stayed with an Airbnb with a few of my cousins, and she stayed with my great aunt.
Yeah, I mean,
with a few of her her sisters and stuff.
It'd be weird now, innit?
Yeah, it would be weird. But then, so it was so weird, right? You're there on holiday with your mum, right? And then I was always making sure she was okay. I sent her pictures of what I was doing. I was like, "Oh, mum, look what I'm up to. I'm sending her this. I'm sending her that." I'm WhatsApp messaging her. I'd be like, "Mum, you cool? She's like, "Mum's okay. I'm good." Never responded to any of my messages. She was just way too busy having her own fun time.
She was just
doing
the reverse.
She was just living her own life. Like, honestly, I didn't even feel like her son. Like, trust me.
She was like, "Stop hindering me, man.
Honestly,
move from me."
Because the only time she wanted me or called me over was when there were like relatives that she wanted to introduce me to. So she'd be like, "Michael, come here. I'm like, "Ah, cool, man. What's up? She's like, "Meet your uncle. This is your second uncle. This is your great aunt. Hey, this is my son. This is my son. This is my second son. He's my second oldest. Look at him. Look at him. He's beautiful. Oh, he's so cool. Hey, he's smart as well. He's getting married. I'm like, hi guys. She's like, "Okay, you can go now. Go. Go away."
So you're literally just a trophy to her.
Literally, I was just a prop, man.
Like, "Here, look at this. All right, now fuck off.
This is what I produced. I made this." Like, you can go now.
Why is that a measure of like that of your value in our society? You know what I mean? Just like showing that you have kids.
I don't know. I think she's proud. Yeah. So it shows that she's proud of me.
And that your kid can actually be there as well.
Yeah.
So the financial status, it says a lot in it. You have to read into it. The financial status of him must be okay because he's going to afford to be out here.
Exactly. And
he brought his wifey.
Exact. The fact that he's going to get married, the fact that he has a job, But at the same time, there's no social aspect to it.
No,
there's no, let's have a conversation, let's talk, let's hang out.
You're not on their level.
Let's, hang out as humans,
No, man, there's hierarchy, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're not here.
You'll never have a seat at that table.
You're just a prop, bro. Like, go back to the kiddie table. Like, go back and hang out with your ones.
It's big, innit? Like, there's proper like segregation of age groups at all Chinese weddings.
Oh yeah. When it comes to me talking to my uncles, right? I had to introduce myself through my mum. I couldn't just be like, I'm Michael. They'll be like,
I don't care.
Who the flip are you? I'll be like, okay, I'm my mum's kid. I'm the second child. And they'll be like, oh, okay. What's your Chinese name? Like, I'm a Hong. She's like, oh, okay. Now I know who you are.
Yeah, they just want to know the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Because they're just learning. They're building an image in their head of the tree.
They just want to know how the tree links.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
They just need to know how they can speak to you.
Yeah.
Like, am I capable of telling this kid to fuck off, or is it more of a okay, cool,
he's fam.
Yeah.
That was it. So my family had a sister. So we got siblings, like from eldest to youngest, and then one would be the oldest, and then it will go down ascending, depending on the amount of siblings. So my mum was like 5, and then you'd have a number on like the number of siblings you had. So if you were like 1, that's the oldest sibling, uncle or auntie, and then the oldest child of that family. That's 1, and then I was like 5'2" or something. It's like, yeah, I'm 5'2", so my mum's like the fifth
of that generation.
And I'm
you're the second of her
kids
level.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
And that's how you just had to link the tree.
Yeah,
just had to link.
It's all about the hierarchy. I mean, in the conversations, it's always about the hierarchy. It's always like, oh, this is my cousin's second son's daughter's wife. And it's just like, why is that important? It's just like, let's just talk about normal shit, man. Like how the weather's shit, and
it's way too important. And then it's like, oh, yo, my rank is higher than yours, so you got to just do what I say.
Get me a drink.
And I'm like, yo, cuz, what are you talking about, man?
Oh no, sorry, Jamta. Yeah, I'll pour some tea, bro.
Jamta, man. Shut up, I don't care about where you work. Just pour me a cup of tea.
This is the big boy table.
See how many generations older I am?
Fucking hell. And then so you spent a lot of time with your fam. It was really, really easy to kind of get on with them, even though you've barely seen them.
Yeah, it was love, man.
It
was
lit.
Blessed, man.
But I think that's one of the beautiful things about marriages across the continent.
Yeah.
I need to do that, man.
Trust me, like
I need to meet some family.
You need to. It's so blessed, man. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Like, you just feel like you have such a big family, and it don't matter where you are in the world. Like, you just feel just love, man. I'm blessed. It was amazing. So it's like, I'm getting married next year. Thank you. And to me, like, I know that Trang is going to be my life partner. Like, I know. I don't need a wedding to prove it, right?
Oh, amazing.
But
this is beautiful.
But to have a wedding, to me, it just means to get my family together, to bring her family and my family together, and to be like one, So I find that as like an amazing opportunity to get my family from America and Canada to come down and just like have another opportunity to spend time together and just be blessed together and just have fun together,
That's beautiful, man.
That's it.
Trust
me, that's the biggest.
If you guys are crying out there, let us know.
That's the biggest thing I learned. That's the biggest thing I realized. Like, going to James's wedding, who my cousin who got married. It was just that, man. It was just family, just spending time together. Like, that's what it was about. Love it.
I love that, and I think that we can kind of end that portion of
end it on a
beautiful note.
Yeah, end it on that note,
because we resonate with that here on this podcast. So yeah, Lam, you've been you were in America. What's the situation with the East Asians there? Like, what's going on? There are a lot there,
fam.
They're a little bit,
fam. There is so.
We need to talk about that, man. It's important.
Trust me.
What research did you discover?
Yo, I had my notepad and pen all the time, but literally, there were so many Asians, like both in Los Angeles and San Francisco.
Shit.
But more in San Francisco, I noticed there more. There were just bare Asians.
And is that like
everywhere?
I mean, like all ethnicities of us, like Korean, Vietnamese, Cantonese.
I think that's the major difference between in the UK and what I saw in San Francisco. Like, because mainly here you probably get the biggest ethnicities, like Asian ethnicities, probably Chinese, and then I'd say Vietnamese.
Yeah.
And then
I'd probably agree. Yeah,
Japanese and Korean, probably not so much.
No, not so much.
But in San Francisco, it's so much wider. So you've got like a massive Chinatown, like, which takes up so much of the city, and then there's even like a Korean town. They have that in Los Angeles as well, like a massive Koreatown. We kind of have that in the UK, but it's probably not as big.
Yeah,
they have that in like
they have
Malden,
it like
right?
in New Malden, but I don't think it's not really that big of
a. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't know.
It's not a spot where you think let's go to.
Yeah. But there is a tiny kind of Korean street-ish somewhere in central London, but nothing on the scale you're talking about.
Ain't anything like in San Francisco and Los Angeles. Like, honestly, there are every couple of blocks you'll see a sushi shop, or like you'll see a Korean barbecue shop. As you go to Koreatown, like, it's all just Korean barbecues, Korean restaurants. And then there's even like a little Tokyo where there was a shopping mall in Los Angeles. I mean, not Los Angeles, San Francisco. And it was literally it was called Japanese something. But it was only Japanese restaurants, Japanese shops, Japanese food, Japanese everything.
So when
crazy.
Did you go to all of them?
I went through Koreatown a little bit. Like, we just passed through it. Chinatown we spent a bit of time in. And then we had noodles at that Japan mall.
Okay, so you went, and at any time that you were in any of those places, did you look around and be like, fuck, there's like just bare yellows around there?
There was bears. I couldn't get my head around
like, did you think you were in like Asia
how
for a
many
second?
Yeah, like, I didn't feel like a minority. I probably saw more Asian people than I saw white people.
Shit.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. And what really shook me was, well, I wouldn't say shook me, but it shocked me, is that I was taking public transport. I was just on a tram. Do you know how they read out where the next stop is?
Yeah.
And all that stuff, and like, oh, mind the passenger.
The next station is Canada Water.
Exactly, yeah. So they would say it in English, and then they'd say it in Spanish, and then they'd say it in Cantonese.
Wait, Spanish?
Yeah. So it's like Mexicans. There's loads of Mexicans there. And like, there's a massive Latino presence. And then they'd say it in Cantonese.
Cantonese? What?
Crazy.
In America?
In America. In San Francisco. Mad.
What? Why don't we do that here?
So that's how many Asians there are, because they actually have to. The state has actually made it a point to accommodate Asians.
Are they doing that for the residents that are there, or are they getting an influx of Cantonese people?
I don't think it's tourists. I think it's for people that are living there.
What? And they haven't learned English yet?
Because I saw so many old Asian people there. Which kind of made sense, because Bruce Lee was born in San Francisco. Yeah, but there must have been like a massive Asian immigration thing.
They're the first gen migrants.
Yeah, like first generation.
Shit. Oh, so they're still catering to them.
Yeah, and I was in a cake shop in Chinatown, and there was the Chinese guy there must have been about 70 years old, and he was speaking like full on American English. Like
perfectly.
Like, he sounded American.
So then,
and he's like 70 years old. So you can tell they've been there for generations.
So they've actually made it to actually it's not really just accommodating. It's actually to keep their language alive in America.
Yeah.
Because most of those people are integrated into their society already.
Seems like it,
So now they're just doing it to be like,
there's so much of a presence. They're like, okay, let's keep that culture there.
And we don't have that here. So what you're saying, Lam, is that we as yellows need to just start banging. We need to start smashing and popping out babies. We just need to just bang bears of them, and then boom, and then we can take over London.
We just need to fucking overpopulate.
Yeah. And then the work ethic's mad, you know. We'll take all the jobs.
Exactly.
We'll take all the jobs and
we'll solve the economy, guys. Don't worry about Brexit. We'll solve the economy. We just need to make more of us.
Yeah. 100. Just replicate
our Asian work ethic. Fucking hell, we're gonna tear the place up. You ain't gonna walk 2 meters and not go into a Chinese restaurant.
But that's so crazy though. Like that they're actually. I mean, Spanish I get, because obviously like there's Mexico, which is not far off.
And, South America.
Yeah. But then Cantonese, that's like, from the Far East. And it's, why specifically Cantonese? Is it like loads of Cantonese people went over there? People from Hong Kong?
I don't know, maybe from Hong Kong or something. I'm not sure why.
Or is this from like the railroad times?
Maybe, yeah.
like when they have Chinese men and they were building the railroads
I think so. Yeah.
In there.
There was a lot of.
Were we slaves as well?
I think we built a lot of the roads or like the rails.
And I remember doing a play about some railroads and setting those times.
No, definitely in America. I think we contributed a lot to the railroads in America.
Maybe it's from all the way back then.
Yeah, definitely.
Jeez, man. So they just have a presence. And then and then that's how we connect dots, because there's more representation in America as well for Asians, East Asians, definitely.
Yeah.
Now we've got Bo and Yang, and we've had Steven Yeun on like The Walking Dead for forever. There's so many more Asians in Hollywood than there are in like UK homemade films, and maybe that is because there's just a larger number, bigger presence, bigger community. Do you know what I mean? Like, mate, I think we've solved it. If we want to be represented correctly here, we just need to
we just got to replicate that same culture.
We just need to just mass produce Chinese people.
That same culture,
And all East Asians. Let's get all of us out there.
I think we're just behind. We're just way behind. Like we've always been behind the States. Well, purely because of the numbers. There's just not enough.
We don't have enough power in numbers.
Yeah. But I think, and the fact that there's so many Asians in San Francisco, also in Vancouver and Sacramento, that it was easier to feel like you belong to that community because you didn't feel as much of a minority. Whereas here, it's like we're not just minorities; we're like the minorities of minorities.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, you think of ethnic minorities, and you probably don't think of Chinese first.
I think in ethnic minorities, I probably Africans would be the biggest ethnic minority here.
Like black people would.
I definitely.
Be,
I
right?
I think definitely Nigerians, Ghanaians, like definitely Africa itself. There's hundreds, like more than there are like Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Definitely, but hey, man, maybe we need somebody in them HMRC or whatever, man. They take those quizzes. They send out those surveys, and we all have to fill it out of what ethnicity we are. They're taking a poll of the entire country. Yeah, maybe we needed someone to hook us up with those numbers.
What, actually give us the data?
Hey, man, we love statistics, man. We're Asians, man.
I would love to see that.
We want to see the numbers.
But I think you can see that. I think it must be available on HMRC.
Oh, fuck it. We're looking for it for the next episode.
But I think it's about, I'm going to, off the top of my head, I'm going to say, this is just a random guess, but I got a feeling it's around like 3 to 5%.
Of the entire population, we're only Well, East
in the
Asians,
UK, in the
East
UK.
Asians or just Chinese East Asians?
No, just East Asians in the UK.
3.5%,
something like that.
Fucking hell,
I'd say so.
That's so. If we could get that up to like, would you say 10% or 20%?
20%,
we'll start getting recognized.
20% is bears. That's like 1,000% more.
And then you'll start seeing us like on road, like when what they do in Vietnam as well. Like we're just on mopeds and there's like 5 people. One on the handlebars, 2, like 3 on the seats.
We'll be
one on a as a backpack and one doing backflips on the front.
And then there's a fridge as well.
Yeah, bro. And we all live in like there's like 100 of us living in like one house.
Yeah. And it's all proper efficient as well. It's like we built like the nice little the beds. And there's even space to like put a TV on there as well.
I'm gonna start doing this, boy. Imagine how much food we'd have to produce. Fuck it. I'm making our kids vegan.
We'll just make rice.
Yeah, just rice.
We'll just make rice.
No, but rice is cheap, I guess.
Rice and soy sauce. Just eat that shit.
Just bare malnutrition kids.
just joke with soy sauce.
No, as soon as the kids are old enough, we send them out and get jobs, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom, done. Well,
it was nice to see, and it just made me realize it's such a stark difference to the UK, the amount of Asians in America, or just California, because that's where I went. Because I always thought the UK and the US are quite similar in terms of how they govern, what their countries are like. You know, they're quite similar, just on a smaller scale. You know, so I thought everything that I'm experiencing in the UK is probably just the same in the US, but just maybe slightly bigger. But I just realized there was just a huge disparity. There's just a huge difference. Like, I was talking to one of my Sacramento cousins, and one of my cousins from Vancouver in Canada, and she was saying like her school was like 60% Asian.
Huh?
Yeah.
60% Asian
So,
in her school.
So they were the dominant race in her school. Which is
fucking mental.
Fucking crazy, man.
I can't even, I'm just trying to picture that. Like, I'd have a different life.
Completely.
I feel like I would have really come into terms of, my culture and everything a lot sooner.
Exactly. Like, you wouldn't feel weird about being an Asian.
Yeah, because they're just blessed.
The norm.
It was
the norm for them. So it was mental.
But I think, having such a wide amount of Asians, that we start to break off into different segments of Asians. Different styles, like really blonde Asians. Or really nerdy Asians.
Yeah.
Or
really them hype beast Asians that wear Supreme everything.
Just Supreme everything.
Yeah.
And that we don't really see here. Like, I barely see that many Asian, like East Asians in my day-to-day life.
I see a lot of fuckboy Asians and a lot of nerdy Asians. They're probably like the two main differences I see. Do you know what I mean? Like the slightly hood triad boy wannabe Asian, and then you've got the nerdy maths stereotypical Asian.
Yeah, I think we literally only have the two.
Literally, innit?
We only have the two here.
Yeah. But if I was to see an Asian poet tattoo artist, I'd be like, where did you come from?
Mate,
how did you fit in? Like, what is your story?
Maybe there's someone out there, man.
I'm sure there is.
Maybe there is.
I'm sure there is.
In the UK.
But we just haven't met them.
We haven't met them because we haven't got a big enough community yet. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're trying to do here.
Trust me, if you're a tattoo artist, tattoo artist / poet,
and you're Asian, holla, mans,
hit us up. We want to get you on the show.
respectthemicrophone@gmail.com.
That is it.
Or hit us up on the gram, Respect the Mic Pod.
Yeah, slide in those DMs.
That's it, and then let us know.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's really opened my eyes, Lam. Thank you for that insight.
Yeah, trust me,
great research that you did over
Fam,
it.
You need to go out there, man. It's a completely different world.
And you weren't scared at all with Trump, like.
Oh nah,
is that a looming thing?
No, man.
Was there any fears?
Do you know do you know what's crazy? I think the media
blows that up more.
Blows that way out of proportion because I didn't get any of that when I was in the US. Actually, like, the support for Trump is not just racist and xenophobes and really ignorant people. Like, there's loads of middle class Americans, like really sensible, smart Americans that actually they don't like Trump, but they still see Trump as really smart and leading the country in the right way, even though they don't approve of the way he acts.
Jesus,
trust me, it's mad, man.
Jesus,
it's mad. It's the same
opening.
Yeah, it's the same with Boris Johnson, right? I'm like, there's a reason why he was elected, and there's a reason why he's popular. A lot of people like him, but he's just a bit of an idiot. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same thing, cuz. But it was mad, but it was completely blessed. It was
that bombshell.
Everyone was lovely. Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna end the segment there, and boom.
So in this part of the segment, we love to try and uplift Asians that we know and Asians that are about and doing great things.
What do we call the segment?
What do we call the segment? I don't know.
Asian Pride.
Asian Pride. That's it.
Asian Pride.
Asian Pride.
Bitch.
AZN Pride. Asian Pride.
Who are we talking about this week, Lam?
Well, who are we talking about this week? Well, the guy is a very special guy. The guy sitting right next to me.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it's you, cuz.
Why are we talking about me? Why are we talking
about you? Well, you're an up and coming actor.
Oh, thank you.
You've been in the grind. You've been hustling a lot.
Oh, thank you.
And very recently, he's come out with a movie that was actually premiered in cinema.
Yes, pew, pew, pew.
It's now out on YouTube. It's his show.
That's right.
With Mr. Isla.
That's right.
The Corner Shop Show.
It's the Corner Shop Show. Obviously, you if you know me, we've been doing the Corner Shop Show as a series for like 5 to 6 years. On YouTube, that's where we uploaded it. That's where you can see it for free. And yeah,
all self-funded.
Oh yeah, zero budget.
All self-funded, zero budget. This was something that you guys did yourselves, and we thought, fuck it, we're gonna do it ourselves.
Fucking a grind.
It's been massive grind, crazily successful.
Well, you know, it's definitely a lot of eyes, a lot of eyeballs. But and you know, how do we really rate that success, man? You know what I mean? But
it's finally culminated in a full feature-length movie.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the end product.
Yeah,
like I feel like, you know, that's something I could be proud that I was a part of.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully you guys can go and enjoy it, because we enjoyed making it at the CS Network, which is, you can find us on YouTube, the CS Network. Yeah, man, we enjoyed making it. It was a wonderful trip. You know, we've raised money for charity as well through selling tickets for our premiere screening. To build some water wells in Zanzibar.
Yeah.
So that's really, really beautiful. It's been a wonderful journey. And if you want to catch the Corner Shop Show, you can watch the entire series on YouTube. But if you want to look for the movie, just search Corner Shop Movie on YouTube. It's all there. It's beautiful. And big up the team at the CS Network.
Bless.
Isla Abdul Rahman, Inayat Kanji, Rob Huang, and everybody else, man. It's great. It's good journey.
It's great that this was like a self-funded thing. This weren't something that was given to you and like you auditioned for it and casted for it. This is something I thought, do you know what? I want to make something for myself, and you guys turn it into something really great. Not just any YouTube series, but you guys managed to fund it yourselves, like high-end production. You guys managed to get it into a movie, into the cinemas, and I think it's just really great to see, rather than just having the chances given to you, that you're out there trying to make them for yourself. And I don't think we see that enough, particularly within East Asian cultures as well. Like you rarely see that. Well, I think you probably do, but we just don't shout about it enough. And there's not enough exposure to it.
Yeah. I don't think we need a platform.
Exactly.
To talk about those people.
Which is exactly why we wanted to do this. And yeah, you're a prime example.
Thank you. So remember where you could see the Corner Shop Movie? That's on YouTube, and it's made by the CS Network. Pew, 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 pew. So thank you again, guys, for listening along to Respect the Mic podcast, brought to you by Michael Chung and Michael Lam. And you can find me on Instagram at Michael H. Chung. And you can find me on Twitter at Michael H. Trung. Hit me up. And you can also find Lam at...
you can find me on Instagram at Hong Mike Lam. And then on my Twitter, it's _Famalam.
And then if you want to hit us up, you want to find out more information or just see some more stuff from Respect the Mic, that's on Respect the Mic Pod. Respect the Mic Pod on Instagram. Or if you want to send us in some questions... or you just want to you tell Lam how amazing his haircut is, respectthemicrophone@gmail.com. Thank you again, guys, for listening. Make sure you hit the 5-star rating if you're listening on iTunes, or if it's called Apple Podcast now. If you're listening on SoundCloud, leave a comment. We will respond on YouTube. Like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're listening along on your phones right now, if you're listening on Spotify, screenshot it and share it
on your stories.
Share it on Gram. Tag us. We'll share it and put tell us something cool about yourself.
Yeah, give us a cool hashtag, whatever you want, cool emoji.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just want to interact with you guys, and thank you so much for everybody who's been listening so far. We
appreciate it so much.
Quite a lot of great comments so far. Yeah. So I'm waiting until that day, until someone just like grills the fuck out of us. Has it happened yet?
It hasn't happened
yet. No, it's not. Yeah, good comments so far. Yeah. Only positive. We're all about the positive here on Respect the Mic podcast. And anything else, Lam?
I'm good, mate. I think you said it all.
Okay. We'll see you. Bit of phlegm in the throat there.
Popping. Jeez, you're right.
We'll see you.
I think we should end the show there
next week with a guest. Inshallah. No,
Peace.
he's not going to be Muslim. That wasn't a clue to who he'd be. Peace.
Peace.